Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
3, 2, 1.
Well, this, wow. Oh, that's... Yeah, that just blew up. That definitely blew up. Well, I guess we're not going back. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Oh! Ow! Oh, that looked like it hurt. Okay, that really looked like it hurt. And now things are on fire. Wow, okay, so... Hello you guys, and welcome to a new series. If we can get out of the chair and put out this fire, we can get going on everything. So, for anybody who doesn't know what this game is, this is Subnautica. Don't worry, not all of it involves putting out your flaming escape capsule, but here we go. But yeah, so this is a really awesome game. I've been playing quite a lot of it in the past couple of days here, and it's really cool. I thought I would share my adventure with you. Booting in emergency mode, and of course it actually has to load. Oh, that's a nice touch.
Head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This
Optimal,
PDA
okay.
has now rebooted emergency mode with one directive.
Okay.
To keep you alive on an alien world.
That
Please
sounds
refer to the
ominous.
detailed survival advice. Good
Okay,
luck.
so we can press tab to open and close this. So far, I think, okay. I think this is, I already know how to play the game. Like I said, I've been playing it, so I do know some of what I'm doing, but not a huge amount. Yeah, we can select our slots with those numbers. Yeah, I know how to do that. Okay. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually grab a med kit out of here, because those are nice to have. There's our fabricator, and let's go ahead and see what's up this ladder, see where we've landed. Oh my, something's flying overhead. That's pretty cool. And the ocean is open before us. Okay, so for any of you guys who aren't... Okay.
Suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Well, that's not good, is it? Yeah, that's definitely not good. So, for those of you guys who aren't familiar with Subnautica, basically the premise of the game is you end up getting stranded on an alien world, and because your ship crashes, you're the only survivor, and you have to stay alive. Basically, you can already see some of the interesting life forms jumping out of the sea. Now, there's a lot of big nasty predators that are down there that would like to grab a bite of you for dinner. And okay, we're kind of near the scary area. Oh, there's one of the big nasties down there. Basically, what we have to do right now is figure out how to survive. Why did I jump into the water with a fire extinguisher? How is that profitable in the slightest? I don't know. We're rolling with it. So, first thing we want to do is try and grab some fish, if we can catch them, please. Come here, fish. Come here, fish. I'm sorry. You look really cool, but I need to eat something for dinner. We'll go ahead and grab that. We gotta make sure our oxygen doesn't run out. That is a big issue if it does. And we need to start collecting materials. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on down there because I do not want to get attacked. Oh, these guys, come here. Come here. These guys are critically important. So, basically that's the premise of Subnautica, though. I'm going to try not to talk over the PDA. Also let me know how your audio is on your end. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. But if it doesn't, I can go ahead and adjust it. Again, new game, it's a little bit difficult to get these things going properly sometimes. So let me know if the audio is alright, if you can hear everything properly. You should be able to see the text on the screen, though. And just as a minor note here, Subnautica does have in some of the dialogue, because you can eventually find logs from other people who crashed and such. But you can eventually find logs and stuff like that, and I have become aware that some of them do potentially have some language in them. If that is the case, I will be filtering out as necessary, so do not worry. Even though the game itself does have a little bit of language in it sometimes, I will be making sure that none of that makes it into the videos. Ooh, these guys are so cool. You can't actually interact with them, but they're very, very pretty. And those guys are very, very pretty, and we're going to stay away from them because they're not nice. But let's see, what we want to do is we want to look around and see if we can find, there's another bladderfish, I'm going to try and grab that guy probably, but we want to see if we can find, come here, you're going to be critically important. Where would it be? We're looking for rocks on the side of the big rocks. And I'm gonna need oxygen right about now, so let's make sure we get up here. We are gonna need food, so we'll bring some of those fish back and cook them. But, okay, I don't want to go in that cave because I bet there's nasty things in there. Well, not nasty things, but things you don't want to mess with. That's just coral. There's got to be a rock somewhere around here. How hard can it be to find a rock? Well, we're gonna find out, and it's usually harder than expected. Alright. There's got to be something somewhere, right? Hopefully. Alright, there's more bladderfish. The more of these guys we can grab, the better, because... Oh, our oxygen is gonna run out. Yep, we gotta get our oxygen refilled, otherwise bad things happen. As far as I understand, this game doesn't punish you too much for dying, but I still would like to avoid dying as much as possible. Where is my pod? Okay, the pod's over there. Here we go. Break the limestone. And we got titanium. Titanium is good. You can also get it from scrap metal like this over here. But this can have other uses, so we don't want to turn all of that into titanium just yet. But yeah, so if any of you guys have seen me play Ark, this game is a little bit similar. You have to collect materials and interact with potentially hostile creatures to survive. And, okay, so our survival is more possible now. But, yeah, basically it's kind of a similar premise to Ark, except this takes place with primarily marine wildlife, whereas in Ark you're looking at primarily terrestrial wildlife and some sky wildlife as well. What would be the word for that? I don't know. Still a little bit sick, you guys, so pardon me if my my thought processing skills are not quite up to par at the moment. But let's see here. Okay, here's a peeper. These guys are really fast, though, so they're going to be difficult to catch. Those guys are not something you want to swim near. Oh, boy. Always mind your oxygen, and all your other vitals, for that matter. I really wish you could interact with these rays, because they look incredible, and I love them. But you really... Oh, missed him, darn it. You really can't do much with the rays. But this guy we will grab. And the more of those that we can get right off the bat, the better. The other thing we're going to want is some of these. These are acid mushrooms, and these guys are going to be really important when we come to make batteries. And here is a sea glide fragment right away. That's not something that we're going to need immediately, but when we do need it, it's going to be important. Basically, a lot of things are important right off the bat, and you kind of have to prioritize. There's more scrap metal, more mushrooms. Let's get a breath of air here, and then we'll head back to the pod, because that's going to be our main base of operations until we can actually build a base, which could be a little ways out yet. Okay, there's the pod right there. I'm going to just look and see if there's anything more I notice on the way over there, but if there's not, and there very well may not be, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. So let's come back up here. We should have a good amount of supplies just to start off. And the first thing we really need to do is make the repair tool. So fortunately, our fabricator is still functional. And let's go ahead, we'll make some more water, and then we'll cook our other fish as well. Water is really important in this, and it seems to be the easiest thing to run out of, so I'm gonna get a bunch of water right away, just to make sure that we're all right here. And we're not going to run out and start taking thirst damage, because that's never a good thing. It has happened, and it's very bad when I was playing solo, that is. And the more of these we can make, the better. Can we still make more? We can. We found a lot of those bladderfish. That's really good news, because that hopefully means we won't have to catch more for a while yet. Wow, we found a lot! Wow, okay, there we go. And then we're also going to cook some peepers. And we will cook up some boomerangs. I think we only have 1 or 2 boomerangs too, probably. So basically this fabricator is our... Yes, I know I need to eat something. We have more boomerangs than I thought too. This, that's boomerangs as in... Oh. Oh, I've never had that happen before. Well, okay. So, we made too much stuff right off the bat, and we actually ran out of power. So that's not normally something that happens right away. Okay, the fabricator's unpowered, so oops. Basically we just have to let this charge up a bit. And it's going on night. Great. Well, so okay, we can use the fabricator. It's not going to have much power. Let's see, what do we need to make the repair tool? It's right here. We need silicon rubber and cave sulfur, so we can't do that just yet. But we do need that titanium. So silicon rubber is made from, okay, we can make a battery. But that's made from creep vine, so we need to get some of that. And then that cave sulfur is a little bit irritating to make as well. But we're going to need to get creep vine to make these fins as well. So what I'm going to do is dump some stuff in this storage container. Let's put this in there. We're not going to need that. We can leave some water in here because we're not going to need all of it while we're out there. And I'll keep that med kit on us, but we'll leave this behind because we're not going to need to be crafting anything while we're out in the field. And we'll leave the fire extinguisher because we're going to be underwater pretty much all the time. So let's come down here into the water. We should still be able to see because pretty much everything glows in the dark. But, well, pretty much everything. The one thing that doesn't is the big nasty predators that lurk where we need to get the creep vine. Maybe we'll try and get some of that cave sulfur first. So that can be a little bit dangerous because unfortunately it comes from plants that have a kind of a scary, dangerous thing to them. Okay, let's see if we can get some more bladderfish. I don't really want to be holding a bladderfish while I'm swimming. Is that possible not to? That is. Okay, there's peepers. I don't want to hold a peeper either. Okay, let's, can we not? There we go. Let's see. It's a lot easier to do this when it's light out, so maybe we'll catch some fish. And afterwards, once the light comes back, well, or we could look in here. There's limestone. Is that limestone? Okay, okay. Okay, that's a bad thing, that's a bad thing. Swim, 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 swim. Ouch! Yeah, see, they do a lot of damage. So basically those fish swim up to you and explode. If you play Minecraft, basically the aquatic equivalent of a creeper. That was titanium, but now we can come over here and pick up cave sulfur from the plant it came out of. Now we need to get to the surface because, yep, we need oxygen right away. And yeah, those things are explodey. They're not all that fun to work with. Okay, so we should be able to see, you can see the creep vine glowing out here. The thing I can't see is if there's a stalker around, because if there's a stalker, we don't want to get too close to it because it will bite us and it will hurt. But we really need to get some of this creep vine. So I'm going to swim down here carefully and see if we can get some of this creep vine seed. Okay, there we go. We're just going to grab a bunch of it and then we're going to swim out of here. We've got to get back to the surface. Oh, we're really far down. I didn't know we went that far down, but I think we'll be alright. And we should now be able to make some silicon. So we can come down here and get back into our pod and start crafting again, assuming the power has recharged somewhat, which hopefully... Uh-oh. Okay, we've got some power. Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's see. Basic materials. We can make silicon rubber, which is what we're gonna need. We're gonna need... I'm gonna make fins first, because those are really important. But we're also going to need some of the... Okay, we're going to need some of this.
Using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
I'll try not to interrupt the PDA, but again, you always can read on the screen what the PDA is saying to me. So let's get some of this, and we should be able to come down here, tools. We can make the repair tool, and we should be able to make the survival knife as well, right? Yes. There we go. And so...
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime.
That's not
the
good.
knife remains the only exception.
So we're going to use this to repair here. Good.
Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
So the thing with this game too is, that's kind of nice actually, is there's not a focus on killing the things you encounter. It's more about avoiding them. Oh. Okay. We do have a message.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours.
Oh.
Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Somehow I don't get the impression that help is coming. Well, let's go ahead and grab this, because those are nice to stock up on. We'll probably shove an extra one in here. So, but yeah, there's really not a focus on fighting and killing stuff. It's more a focus on avoiding it. So this knife is your only real weapon. And it will help you some, but it's not really going to help you kill a lot of things unless you're really in a pinch. It's mostly for taking environmental samples and whatnot. That was an old cooked peeper. Oh, great. But I think that'll be alright for now. And then the other thing I'd like to see is, are we able to make a standard O2 tank? Okay. Or standard oxygen. Let's see if we can craft our salvage into some metal, because we should be able to get that other oxygen tank that's going to be a little bit better right off the bat here, and that would be wonderful. So here we go. And I think that's all the equipment we're going to need. So then probably the next thing we really want to work towards is the scanner right here. So, oh, we actually could probably get that, because we need to grab our acid mushrooms, and then we can craft a battery, and that should enable us to get the scanner, and the scanner is of critical importance. So here we go, here's a battery, and if we come over here, we can get the scanner. Yes, okay, so the scanner is really, really important. I'm actually... Alright. Yes, this is why it's important.
From salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
So we can see, okay, we've got stuff in the databank here. Leviathan class predators is a scary thing. And then voice logs, yes, we can just scroll through those. And it should, there we go, it should clear them all. And then we've gotten some new blueprints. That's good to know. Did we get all of them? We have to just kind of scroll over them for them to go away. And I just don't like having a lot of new notifications on here. So we can put the creep vine away probably. And then I think, let's see. I think what we should do is let's set up our bar here. So I don't want the bladderfish here. I'm going to put the peeper here. Repair tool, I'll leave here for now. Or I'll put that here. And I'll put the scanner here. We'll leave that last slot open, and that's where we'll eventually put a sea glide once we find it. But basically, this thing lets you run around and you can scan stuff. So like we can scan this boomerang if he'll hold still long enough, which you probably won't. There we go, and now we have an entry for him. We can get these giant coral tubes listed. There's lots of cool things we can scan around here. And basically it'll just give us biological entries and data on all of these things. Is this... oh, writhing weed. I don't know what that is. And you can see also our oxygen is substantially increased. And then we can also scan ourselves by doing this. And vital signs are normal. Here's a new kind of fish we can scan. And we'll go ahead and get some oxygen. But then what I want to do is we're going to go find, where did it go? There was a box around here that had something called a Sea Glide fragment, and that's going to be really important. The Sea Glide is a really good early game vehicle, and you basically end up using it even into the late game. You kind of just hang on to it, and it's good to it's good to continue to use it. Some of you guys are probably going, Jay, you're going the wrong way, and I'm probably going the wrong way. I'll find it eventually, you guys, but I did not actually remember where it was positioned, so we'll find it eventually. And keep in mind, I'm not quite at my top performance right now. I'm feeling a little under the weather yet. Ooh, let's get the rabbit ray. Oops. No, he's swimming away so fast. Okay, we'll finish scanning. We'll finish scanning at some other time. I'll probably scan a lot of these things. And let's break it. And then we'll go get some air. Oh, here's a rabbit ray. Let's try and scan him a little bit first. Can I finish scanning you, buddy? Nope, probably not. And then we'll get our oxygen. Go back under. These guys are really not nice. Where did that sea glide fragment go? It may have been a little bit further than I remembered it being, but I thought it was this way. So not only can you scan biological stuff with this, but you can also scan technology fragments with it, and that's how you can unlock new technology. Is it'll analyze it and then tell you what you need to do to replicate it. So that's when this becomes extremely helpful, because it's your way of unlocking new technologies here. And so you really do need to just hang on to this and use it. Here we go. And we have a sea glide fragment, and if we can find one more of these, we should be good to go. But yeah, this thing is of vital importance and ends up being really, really, really critical, especially eventually getting later into the game. I'm going to grab some of this scrap metal as well, and we're going to hang on to that and make sure we have that for when we need it, because we might... There's the Aurora over there, looking pretty troubled, pretty much in trouble. And yeah, we'll see. But let's make our way around this way. And some kind of bubbles coming up from there. I'm going to stay away from the bubbles. I don't know, do those replenish your oxygen, or do they do something bad? I don't actually know. Oh, here's something else. Here's something that looks like it could be important. A grav trap fragment. These are nice. We'll scan that. And is there anything more around here? Oh, I think I see something good. A beacon fragment. Okay, so it's not part of the sea glide, but it's still nice to have. And then there's another part of the grav trap here. That's good. And then we actually unlocked it, so that's good. We unlocked that before getting the before the sea glide, yeah. So let's just get our air and then come back down, because I think I saw one last thing that we might need, and I also thought I saw something scary, but I don't think I actually did. That guy we want to watch out for. Those will do not nice things if you get close to them. Let's go ahead, and we unlocked the sea glide, so we'll probably end up playing with the sea glide quite a bit next time. And I think, though, for now, do we finish scanning this guy? No, we didn't quite finish scanning him. Nope, he's going away, though. Let's see if we can get the bladderfish scanned. And then grab the bladderfish. Oh, buddy, you're so fast. I just want to scan you. I want your entry. I just want to know more about you. Please? Yes, good. So they're actually really cool looking. I like the rabbit rays. I wish you could interact with them, but you can't. Although I guess technically if we interacted with them, it would probably mean we'd have to eat them. But we're going to go up to the top here. And we'll actually probably produce a lot of this stuff next episode, because I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. So if you guys want to see more Subnautica, definitely let me know. I would love to play this game with you guys, and you'll have to let me know what you think about seeing more. So we're going to make our way back to our pod, and then we will end off this episode in there where it's nice and safe and sound. And hopefully we'll be back in the future, assuming you guys do want to see me play some more. So we should be pretty close. We're getting there. Well, okay, we're actually not getting there very fast. But we will get there eventually. And there's lots of cool places to go and explore, and some pretty scary things you can bump into later on. So we'll definitely have to deal more with that eventually. But for now, we're just going to head back to our nice, safe little pod and wrap up our episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.